Now, Jim Ross misses CM Punk, and this doesn't surprise me. This doesn't surprise me at all. It seems like Jim Ross isn't much of a fan of AEW. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. He's always critiquing the popular thing in AEW, whether it was the high spots, the risky spots, the suicide dives and stuff like that. Not the suicide dives, but the topes, the people standing in groups and waiting to get jumped on. He's always critiquing it. If you listen to his commentary, he's always calling out the nonsense. It's like if it came out that Jim Ross was a plant against AEW, I would believe it, man. Like, did y'all hear his commentary on Fight Forever? That stuff was terrible. I've heard him do great commentary, and don't get me wrong, I know he's getting older, but Jesus, it sounded like he wasn't even trying on Fight Forever. It's coming out that he misses he said on his podcast he misses CM Punk. So Jim Ross on his podcast said, "I'm going to miss him because I enjoy being around him. We have such a small crew that comes on Saturday night. It's a pretty neat environment. To be honest with you, on Collision nights, a whole lot less people are there. So anyway, he's too good not to use his skills, but I don't know. He's a different cat, as everybody realizes. That's not a revelation either. These dudes, they've been working together for on and off, of course. I believe they was worked together in 2006, and Jim Ross has seen this man from the long hair lip ring CM Punk to OG CM Punk to old man Punk. So I'm sure they have similar ideologies in terms of wrestling. They have similar viewpoints of wrestling and how it should be done and what shouldn't be done. I'm sure that Jim Ross agrees with CM Punk on a lot of the stuff backstage, but can't necessarily say all of that because you don't want to get too much heat. You don't want to do too much back there. So, yeah, it's nice because this is not the first person. Bryan Danielson has come out and said he misses Punk. Ricky Starks gave him his flowers a week ago, or just a couple days ago. I might be tripping. Jade Cargill, everybody talks about it's like you're either on one side where you like he's a controversial person and I stayed away from him, or we didn't get along, or da 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 da, or you're on the other side where it's like, yeah, he was like the greatest guy ever and we got along. He always helped out and stuff. It's like you you kind of get two different stories whenever you talk to somebody new, or that, like they say about Tupac, you ask 10 different people about Tupac, you'll get 10 different stories. So CM Punk, man, I wish things would have worked out in AEW. Me personally, I grew up a WWE fan. I found out about him in WWE. I would prefer him in WWE, but I just wish I could see him on my screen. I wish he was at Collision tonight, but that's just not the reality we live in. Things happen. It is what it is. And apparently Jim Ross feels the same way. I don't know how much longer Jim Ross will be in the commentating space or just working in wrestling in general. I know, unfortunately, his wife passed away, not even a year ago. I'm not sure if that will do anything with his retirement, or he's just going to keep going until the wheels fall off. And you know what I mean by that. So, but I love Jim Ross, and apparently he loves CM Punk. And CM Punk is a different cat. He's different. Like I just said, you ask 10 different people about him, you'll get 10 different stories. But I wish he was on Collision tonight. Wrestling is much better when CM Punk is active. And I think we can all agree with that. If not, let me know in the comments. Y'all have a beautiful day. We almost at 1,000 subs. Need 27 more people to do so. I definitely appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. Be beautiful, people. Sub the act. Peace. Make me smile today. Hit the subscribe button.